Hi everyone, welcome to our walkthrough and strategy guide for Crota's End, normal mode. This is part 2, where we'll show you how to cross the bridge into Crota's domain. We'll be showing the legit method to get across. We'll look at a couple of cheats in another episode. The legit method is a lot more fun and isn't all that hard. It just takes a few minutes longer. First, let's get our geography straight. Over here is where your team spawns in. Moving over to the chasm, you'll see 3 plates on the near side. Lower plate, center or middle plate, and finally upper plate. The upper and lower plates each have an annihilator totem. More about those later. On the far side are 3 corresponding plates with their own set of annihilator totems. Then, finally, there's the bridge. At least there's going to be a bridge, eventually. Notice the mini lamps, especially the 2 on the far side like this one. Now, let's meet the cast of our little episode. We have our usual collection of minions, including thralls, acolytes, knights, and wizards, plus a pair of ogres. But we also have a couple of new players. First off, meet the Swordbearer, a glowing red knight with a nasty attitude. His one redeeming feature is that he has something you need, namely, that sword of Crota he's carrying. Our other new friend is a glowing blue knight, also with a Crota sword, known as the Gatekeeper. So, now that we know the layout and the players, let's show how to do this. Start by splitting your team into 3 pairs, 1 for each plate. The upper and lower plate teams can go ahead and stand on their plates. Stepping onto the center plate starts the bridge forming and the enemies spawning. The first enemies are thralls, climbing up out of the chasm, so be ready for those. And here comes the Swordbearer. He'll randomly choose one of the plates to attack. Kill him to get the sword. One player will grab the sword and run to the far side, once the bridge forms, of course. Find the Gatekeeper and use the sword to kill him. It's the only weapon that can harm him. 3 right trigger hits will usually do it. Then run and hide next to the lamp. Back on the near side, the rest of the team continues defending the plates. Here's how the plates work. The center plate must be kept active to keep the bridge up. If you step off the center plate for more than a few seconds, the bridge begins to deconstruct. The upper and lower plates are similar in that you can't leave the glowing center area for very long. But if you stay out while the center plate is active, that activates the annihilator totems. Just for fun, we set one off on purpose so you could see it. It's pretty cool, actually. So, now that you know what not to do, let's continue. After the first person is safely on the other side, a new sword bearer appears and you repeat the process with the second person. We kill the sword bearer and Jub Jub grabs a sword and heads on over, where he'll kill a new Gatekeeper and hide behind the other lamp. The person who kills the sword bearer doesn't have to be the one to go over the bridge. It just worked out that way the first 2 times on this run. Sometimes you have to abandon the plates and regroup. The swordbearer snuck up behind me and killed me, leaving the lower plate open. Carp manages to run across and stop the annihilator totem, but then gets taken out by the swordbearer too. At this point there are only 2 guardians left on the near side, so they have to get off the plates and let the bridge deconstruct while they wait to revive us. After some artful dodging, Nate manages to revive us. And multiple shotguns finish off the swordbearer quickly. But since the bridge is deconstructed, we leave the sword and get back to our plates. Once the bridge has formed again, Mr. Callus grabs the sword and heads across. Once he kills the gatekeeper, responsibility for the bridge shifts to the far side. The 3 guardians who've already gone across man the far side plates, while the guardians on the near side continue to kill sword bearers and come across the bridge. Remember, you cannot cross the bridge unless you're holding a sword. Also, don't forget that the gatekeeper can't be hurt by anything except a sword, so if you're on the far side team, all you can do is avoid him. Having a hunter with blink strike to go invisible is helpful. Teammates can also shoot the gatekeeper to draw his attention off of each other. Once everyone has crossed the bridge, you can abandon the plates. Now 2 ogres will spawn from the rear sides. Killing them is your new objective. Remember to stay off the center plate or you'll activate the Annihilator totems. After both ogres are dead, just stay alive a few more moments and all the enemies will despawn. Congratulations! New checkpoint achieved and you're ready for the next step, the Thrall Way. Make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to our channel. Also be sure to visit our website, tipsfordestiny.com, for the other 4 episodes of our Crota's End Raid Guide. Till next time, keep fighting the good fight, Guardian.